Greetings, my name is Kadisora Malebu. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design and develop a form or a data entry screen or application using Microsoft Access. Let's suppose you have been given a task by a company called Bingo to develop a database that they will use to house their employee profiles. The first task that you'll do is to go to Microsoft Access, create a database. Let's call it Bingo. We create our database. A table pops up. The first thing that you'd want to do is to save this table and give it a name. A table is a platform which we are going to use to design or create variable names that you want for our database or variables that we want to extract from our employees. So let's give our table the name employee profiles. The first variable that comes with our table is an ID. An ID is a unique identifier which Microsoft Access at default sets as a primary key. That is, each record under this field is unique, meaning that it has different values. For our assignment, we are not anticipating to see similar IDs under this variable. So let's rename this ID to employee ID, because this is what we want to capture. Then under the data type, as we go through the drop down, we'll see different data type formats which we can choose from. So for our variable employee ID, we'd want to choose the number format. We would not want to see any decimals in our ID. And let's suppose IDs for assigned to Bingo employees take on 4 digits. We put on 4 zeros under input mask. An input mask it's a platform where MS Access allows us to control or restrict user input from entering data that is not in a form required under the field that will be creating. It is very important to assign necessary validations to the data to minimize inconsistencies. So, having entered 4 zeros for our ID, this means that the employee ID variable will take on only 4 digits, nothing more, nothing less. We want to create another variable called employee name or names. For this variable, we'd want to leave it as a string or a character variable. We are not anticipating to create any formattings. Any name in any format, as long as it's a string, it's allowed. Let's again create another variable called gender. We'd want to know gender for our employees. For gender, the intention is to select the appropriate gender type from a list or a drop-down menu. We don't want to type in the variable as we capture it. So what we want to do is pre-declare the options. Let's go to validation rule. In inverted commas, we will type in options that we anticipate to select from the variable gender. Let's copy this and go to lookup and select combo box value list. What you want to do is to select these variables from the form without typing them. So I've put on a semicolon as a separator between male and female. Let's quickly add another variable to capture the date of birth for employees. For date of birth, we'd want our variable to take the data type, date or time. So let's go to general. Let's go to input mask because we want to restrict or format our variable in a certain way. Let's select short date for this variable. Done. Then let's perhaps take the last variable. Let's call it salary. For salary, we'd want to select the currency, it's money, but under currency, we'll again to the general tab. We want our currency to take a specific form. Let's just take a standard form and perhaps select 2 decimals. We do not want any other form to follow. Those 2 are sufficient for now. So let's save our variables as declared or as created, and then close the table. Then what you want to do is to create a form using the table or details under the table, which we refer to here as employee profiles. So under forms, let's quickly go to form wizard. What you want to do is to take all available fields that we created to form part of our form. Let's select all the variables. You can just click on next until we finish. So now we have our form. So if you want to perhaps customize our form for it to look in a friendlier manner, you can just right click on the tab employee profiles and go to layout view. Just close the properties and then resize our cells as much as or as appropriate as we'd want them to be. If you're okay with this, then you can just nicely save our form and go to form view. Now we are ready to capture data from the extracts that Bingo has perhaps hard copies. So let's assume our first employee has an ID 1201. Capture it. We move to the next variable through a tab key. The name of our first employee is Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer is a male. Tom Sawyer was born on the 1st of January 1987. Tom Sawyer earns $2,000 maybe. The second employee, it's Brown Apple. Our second employee is Brown Apple. Brown Apple is also a male. Brown Apple was born on the 30th of April 1981. He earns $2,200. Third employee is Betty Crow. She is a female, born on the 22nd of February 1976. She earns 3.5. Then basically this is how we capture our data. And as you go back to the table, you realize that all the details that we captured in our form are well stored in our table. So this is how we create a form in Microsoft Access. Thank you for your time to view this form. I'm hoping to show you as many examples as possible through other complex ways in which we can design our forms. Thank you.